Hey, you, are you sitting down? Good, because car prices are absolutely crashing. Yes, if you haven't been tracking the car market, well, don't worry, because that's why you have me. And it's not just used cars with rebuilt titles on Facebook Marketplace. Why does like every car on Marketplace have a branded title? I mean, it's not just me, right? Right? CarMax. Yes, CarMax is the largest used car retailer in the country. And because of all that, we can use their pricing data a bit like a barometer for the blustery conditions of the used car market. And let's just say, if the market was weather, we'd be looking at a pretty terrifying system moving in. It's like a car scene from Carnado.
And real quick, there's nothing like a little Huracan Performante V10 in the morning. Okay, if you've ever imagined yourself turning heads in a jaw-dropping supercar, you are in the right place. Sign up. Sign up for the Ideal Collective. Right now, it is completely free, and I've linked to it in the pinned first comment down below. And just by signing up, you'll be the first to know about the giveaway. Spots are limited, so sign up today. Again, it's in the pinned first comment, and now, back to the show.
Guys, while all dealers are struggling to move product, CarMax in particular is feeling the squeeze a little bit more than most. Kind of like getting the last ounce of ketchup out of the bottle. Now, go visit any of their stores and you're gonna find a sea of cars as far as the eye can see. The new car market is in the gutter. I mean, let's take a look at, I don't know, GM for instance. As you can see, their market performance has seen a drastic decline since the pandemic started, and it's pulling the used car market down right along with it. As you can see with these used car transaction graphs that are steeper than a ski slope that I'd be willing to go down. With staggering inflation that has been considerably higher year over year since the pandemic versus pre-pandemic inflation levels, high interest rates, which, same thing, was extremely low for about a decade until the pandemic hit like a Mayweather punch, and the cost of living going up, which you can see the cost of living versus wages has been getting further and further apart over the years. Guys, it all just makes sense. People just aren't buying cars like they used to.
Bingo.
Plus, if you add in the fact that modern cars, contrary to popular belief, last longer than they ever have before. See, like in the 1970s, a new car would only last a little over 5 years. Today, you can get over 12 years on average of great road service from a new car, over double what it was 50 years ago. So with cars now lasting as long as a pet dog, well, people are starting to get attached to them and they're just sticking with them for as long as they can. But where it hits a dealership like CarMax the most is in their laughably huge inventory. Currently, CarMax has an estimated of $3.6 billion, yes, with a B, of unsold vehicles kicking around their 200 or so lots around the US. And while cars don't love to sit, and replacing dead batteries in their over 50,000 vehicles rotting away on their lots won't be cheap if sales don't pick up soon, the real killer here is depreciation. So let's dive into the numbers like Michael Phelps. And don't worry, no math quizzes here. Imagine buying a new 2022 model year car back at the peak of pandemic pricing. Yes, at an average price of $48,094. Where just 10 years earlier, the average new price of a car was just over 30 grand. That is an eye-watering high number. And with pricing inflated to record levels, it's like buying a half-eaten gourmet meal at full price because it was once Instagram worthy. I've been guilty. Okay, and then imagine just 2 years later, you traded in on something else. And because of your social anxiety, it ends up at CarMax, who at the time was happy to pay you very favorable money for your car. See, on the surface, CarMax seems to be under the impression that used cars age like fine wine. But unlike bottled grapes, I'm not sure if a 2-year-old sedan gets any better with time. Pricing has cooled off big time, meaning if you're in the market for a new to you car, the deals, well, they're out there, folks. Just don't expect to be able to negotiate at CarMax with their non-negotiable pricing strategy. CarMax's no-haggle policy, well, it's like going to a carnival and finding out all the games are fixed. There's no thrill of a hunt, no dance of a deal. And while yes, that can be a positive for some people, when your prices are some of the highest on the market and there's not even the possibility of negotiating more favorable terms, I mean, come on. Interest rates in the used car market are like a roller coaster that only goes up. Repo rates are joining the horror show, with the highest amount of auto loans more than 60 days delinquent in years. This has set the stage for a game of financial musical chairs. The music stops, someone is walking home because their car is going to be repossessed. So here is exactly what's going on. CarMax has a huge inventory of used cars that were bought when the market was still super hot, super high. In the last 6 months alone, several cars have seen trade prices diminished by 5, 10, even 15% off. Check out the Taycan, for example. Just 6 months ago, these were trading hands for roughly $100,000 used on average. And here we are, just 6 months later, and poof, they're now trading hands at roughly 15% less at $85,000. Oof, it's gotta hurt the pocketbook. Now, to put it simply, CarMax overpaid on a huge amount of their inventory just a few months ago. And now they're left holding the bag on the true market delta. It's weird times right now, isn't it? Where dealers are positioned to lose money on cars they purchased too high, and consumers aren't willing to pay barely less or even more on a used car on a lot than they could just buying it brand new from an OEM. It sort of feels like the housing crisis, doesn't it? But with less Steve Carroll and people losing their homes.
What the hell?
Now, my favorite part. Let's take a look at some cars by category and see how current CarMax prices stack up. Uh-oh. The EV section at CarMax is quieter than a library on a Monday morning. These cars are lined up like wallflowers at a high school dance, waiting for someone to notice them. Yet, CarMax is treating these EVs like rare gems, but buyers seem to be on an indefinite gem hunting hiatus. If we take a look at, I don't know, a Porsche Taycan, for example, here's a 2021 with only 16,000 miles at a Porsche dealership for $57,995. Wow, that's a great deal. While that nearly identical car with 30,000 miles on it at CarMax has an asking price of $71,000. What? That doesn't even make sense. Then there's the truck section, and they're priced like they come equipped with complimentary gold bars in the glove box, but buyers seem to be reading a different price book. You've got trucks of all shapes and sizes, and well, as you can see, if you're looking to get a good deal, CarMax probably is not the spot. Here's a 2021 F-150 XLT with 38,000 miles on it for $27 grand. While the exact same truck, albeit with 19,000 less miles, is going for a staggering $46,000 at CarMax. $20,000 for 20,000 miles? Yeah, that doesn't add up. And guys, let's not forget the sedans, the unsung heroes of the car world. While the sedan segment as a whole, yes, is the softest it's been in a while, basically everyone and their mom now has shifted towards crossovers and SUVs. At CarMax, they got sedans that think they're still in their heyday, priced like they're the hot new thing on the block. I mean, it's like seeing a movie star from the 90s asking for today's A-list salaries.
Show me the money!
Bit out of touch with reality. Take a look at this humble 2021 Corolla, a car with an original MSRP of $26,920. That's being sold at a Chevy dealer for $21,500. Yeah, and if you ask me, not a bad deal, honestly, but the same year model and trim at CarMax, nearly triple the miles, it's $500 more. And it doesn't stop there, ladies and gents. The SUVs, which seem to have a bit of an identity crisis, browsing through this section looking at price tags feels like you're sifting through a luxury catalog, only to realize you're mostly just looking at regular family cars. I mean, check out this 2020 BMW X5, which if you're gonna buy an X5, this is the one you want. It's fantastic. And it's listed for $39,495 at an Alpha dealer. While the same vehicle with 7,000 more miles is priced over $5 grand more at CarMax. And here's the thing, because of that no-haggle policy, those higher priced cars are non-negotiable, while their already lower priced competition can absolutely be negotiated down even further. I can basically guarantee that if you're really serious about getting yourself into a new car, any dealership will be willing to work with you on price right now, unless that dealership is a CarMax store. So is it the right time to buy a car from CarMax? It's like trying to buy a winter coat in the Sahara. It just doesn't make sense. Prices are soaring like eagles and deals are scarce like water in the desert. But what do you think? Is CarMax playing a game of Monopoly with their pricing strategy, or is there a method to this madness? At some point, something has to give. Either dealerships start seriously dropping prices, or consumers have to be willing to pay more for vehicles, which I just don't see happening in the near future. Anyway, I want to know what you guys think, so drop us a comment below. Please like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell if you're new here, and check out some of our other ideal vids up here, or whatever YouTube recommends you watch next down here. I'm Brad the Financial Cowboy, this is Ideal, and promise me one thing, keep living the ideal lifestyle.